Hi everybody, my name is Christina. I'm a licensed therapist. I actually have my own practice called Compassion Corner Counseling, and I have the pleasure to be here today to talk to you guys a little bit more about our topic, mental health issues and trauma healing in the LGBTQ community. Did you know that the LGBTQ individuals are significantly more likely to experience mental health challenges and trauma than heterosexual people? So as a licensed therapist, I've had the privilege to work with a lot of LGBTQ individuals and help them and hear their personal stories of trauma or discrimination or the stigma that they have faced. And, it is heartbreaking and it is sad. And at the same time, it is a privilege for me to be able to be in that space with them, to be able to help them through those things. Actually, many, if not most of my clients are LGBTQ. And so I have a lot of experience working in that area. I'd like to share some possibly startling statistics with you guys. For example, LGBTQ individuals are nearly 3 times more likely to experience depression and anxiety disorders than their heterosexual peers. And then the suicide rate among LGBTQ individuals or specifically youth, is disproportionately high. LGBTQ youth are 5 times more likely to attempt suicide than their heterosexual counterparts, and transgender individuals face even greater risk. And then a significantly higher proportion of the LGBTQ community struggle with substance abuse in response to the discrimination and stigma that they face. LGBTQ youth also make up a disproportionate number of homeless individuals, often due to family rejection or discrimination. So like being kicked out of their home or not being offered equal access to housing because they're being discriminated against for being a part of the LGBTQ community. This striking reality underscores the urgent need to address the issues faced by the LGBTQ community in the context of mental health. So why are these numbers so high? I mean, why is it that the LGBTQ community is facing so much more adversity and discrimination? There's a lot of family rejection due to coming out as gay, and that can also lead to feelings of abandonment and trauma. Violence and bullying, which can cause physical and emotional trauma, sometimes even death. We've heard of hate crimes and things like that. It's just so upsetting that this is the world that we live in, where we can't feel safe to, leave our homes without having to worry about somebody, treating us differently based on our orientation or something like that, or the way that we present ourselves. And I'm saying we, not only because of I myself am pansexual, I'm part of the community, but also just because as human beings, we in many different ways have to worry, whether it's because of being LGBTQ or minority race or a religion or this or that. It's we're constantly worrying about the way that other people are going to perceive us and treat us based on our beliefs and our lifestyle and our approaches, right? I want you to consider growing up in a world where you're constantly reminded that who you are is somehow wrong, and there's something wrong with the way that you are as a person and what that would be like, how that would actually impact your life. Imagine fearing for your safety anytime you go to the bathroom because you don't identify with the binary labels that are on the doors of a man or a woman, or going to school or work and being ridiculed or bullied for your appearance, your gender, your mannerisms, or your sexuality, or the way that you choose to love people, or the way that you connect with people, and being ridiculed on a regular basis, not feeling safe and at your work or even at your home. Maybe you're at home and you're getting rejected by your family. Being constantly told that you're bad or wrong or unacceptable. How would this impact your life? Maybe some of you here can relate to this, and maybe some of you can't. And if you can't relate, I encourage you to just imagine, what would it be like if every day it was put in your face that who you are isn't good, and how that would affect you. Even if that comes by your family, your mentors, sometimes people you think are your friends, once they find out that you're part of the community, they're no longer accepting of you. I don't know, if you can just imagine what it would be like to be disowned by your family or forced out of your home just because of the people that you love. So this is all unacceptable and extremely harmful behavior. These experiences can cause damages that cause a negative ripple effect in society. It's not just about oh, well, that's just a gay people problem and they have to deal with it. It's no, that person is a person above anything else. Before they're gay, before they're straight, before they're anything, they are a person. And when a person is suffering, that ripples out to everyone around them in their life. I mean, we've heard the phrase like hurt people, right? And maybe it's a little overused sometimes, but it is true. We only do what we know, and if what we know is being treated poorly and being not accepted for who we are, then it's hard for us to love and trust other people as well, and to really love ourselves. And that's where it all starts, right? When we love ourselves, we have more love to give to everyone else around us. Right? So this is why we need to fight for equality and justice and unity, learning to love and accept each other as unique individuals to help make the world a more peaceful place. But all this being said, being LGBTQ is not just about overcoming adversity, right? It's about celebrating the beauty of diversity and authenticity. So a lot of people in the LGBTQ community are empathetic and compassionate and have the courage to live their life authentically. So it's not all bad, right? There is a lot of positive here that needs to be embraced. There's a profound sense of community and solidarity within the LGBTQ community. And so there's a lot of individuals who support each other in remarkable ways. And we have like pride events, and we have therapy groups, and we have support groups and allies and organizations that are helping to create advocacy for the LGBTQ community and make this a safer place for us to all cohabitate. The power of connection, acceptance, and love within these communities can serve as a beacon of hope, reminding us that together we can overcome adversity and emerge stronger and prouder, that's distracting me, and prouder and more resilient than ever before. So if you're interested in learning more about LGBTQ resources, or you have any questions for me, please feel free to come up with me after our event today, connect with me, let me know, and I can provide you with some resources or help you to find those resources. Like I said, I am a therapist. I have my own practice, Compassion Corner Counseling. So if you guys are interested in learning about that, or if you want to follow on social media at Compassion Corner Counseling, then you can do that as well. And lastly, I'll just say too, reminder that with my nonprofit Greenhouse Gives, we are trying to create safe spaces for diverse people like the LGBTQ community to be able to come together and really be accepted and part of something bigger. And so if that sounds interesting to you as well, then you can look into Greenhouse Gives to follow me there too. So yeah, that's all I wanted to share. I hope you found that interesting. Thank you guys so much for listening. I'll pass it over to you.
Thank you. Well articulated.
Thank you.
So we are here for healing, right?